Hello, this is Sandra and I am on day 12. So I just searched parks near me and this is either a really good idea or a really bad idea. But I just put bug spray on and there's a lot of bugs and they're on me. So this video may be 2 minutes long and I may run back to the car. So day 12, I woke up a little, I've been grumpy all day. I'll be quite honest. I'll be grumpy. I've been grumpy and I've had a little bit less patience than usual. And I can 100% attribute it to being hungry. Or not even hungry, because it's not really hunger. It's just like, you know, I want to eat food. Like last night I saw rice was being made and I love rice, and I wouldn't mind just having rice with even olive oil. I do that sometimes, and salt. This is where the park ends. So let's go back. So yes, so grumpy all day. And I knew, like when I woke up I knew I was grumpy, so I decided to put a nice dress on that has a lot of nice memories. I wore that dress to Rome for a really fun day. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. My friend Susie will remember. She'll know the exact date. Anyway, so I put it on because it made me feel good. And so that was like, you know, just something to get me out of the funk this morning. And I've been thinking a little bit about something called anticipatory grief and something called ambiguous grief, which my sister and I talk about, you know, once in a while because of what we're dealing with my mom. My mom has, you know, pretty advanced dementia. She has a dementia called frontotemporal dementia or frontotemporal degeneration. And anticipatory grief is, you know, what, see that bug? I don't know. I don't think this is a good idea. Let's start walking back to the car. Ugh. I swear I put bug spray on and everything. And just how that relates to what I'm dealing with. So anticipatory grief is, you know, you're preparing yourself for a loss to happen, and that's, you know, this month leading, you know, like I had a month to prepare for this elemental diet, and there was like a lot of, oh, well, I should say that about 2 weeks before I started this, I did have a what I call choking episodes, but it's officially called an impaction, where I was actually, so the first one, I can't remember what I was eating. Oh, I know. All right. So I got to my parents and my dad had made some just potatoes in the air fryer, like potato salt, like, you know, a version of like French fries. And I just grabbed one on the way to the bathroom because I thought I'd be fine to just, you know, grab one on the way, munch on it. And the moment I stepped to the bathroom, I felt it. So it sort of feels like, no bugs in here. So it sort of feels like, you know, as I just know what it feels like now, what an impaction is. I felt like it was like the food was just not going down. It just wasn't going down. And sometimes I can sort of quickly drink water or quickly drink something carbonated that will just let it slide down. And sometimes I get away with that and I continue on with my life. I just came from the gym. But that time, just didn't happen. It only lasted a couple seconds. I've had impactions that have lasted, I think my longest one was 4 hours or 5 hours. That was many years ago. I'm so disappointed in this bug spray. I definitely got mosquito bite. Ah! I did start out saying this may be a bad idea. I guess wanted to spend some time outside. Anywho, so I had an impaction about 2 weeks before I started this. And it was probably because, well, not probably, I know it was, that I was trying to eat the world. I was like, if I wanted ice cream for dinner, I had ice cream for dinner, which is unfortunately not common, but it's a treat dinner for me. It's not uncommon, let's just say. So I had that, and then a week later, because I had that impaction, I was starting to eat better, and I had another one, and it was at work, and I freaked my coworkers out, and I had just finished eating Fritos. I love Fritos. But I went, had a sip of water, and boom, my throat closed. Anyway, so that happened. I think it was because of corn, because I had, there was a mosquito in here. I can't win. I'm so sorry, this is an awful video, but anyway. So corn. So I suspect it's corn, and that just made me so sad. And that's why I guess I've just been thinking about, how this theory of anticipatory grief, it's not only losing someone, it's losing part of your life. Because corn to me, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but my mom's Mexican. My dad's Cuban, by the way, hence the rice. But corn is tortillas. Corn is tortilla chips, which I love tortilla chips. Yeah, corn is, part of soup. So I made a big batch of chicken soup because, I was, in my head, just, let's eat healthy, Sandra. Let's not, my objective wasn't to have ice cream up until the first day of my diet. I wanted to sort of, have like 2 weeks of just do whatever I want. And within reason, obviously, because up until now, I've been avoiding gluten, soy, eggs, nuts. Yeah, with gluten and eggs being like major no-nos for me. So I avoid that at all costs. And nuts and soy as well, but just I know for 100% fact that gluten and eggs are big. Are it with EOE. Gluten for sure, that was the first one that I knew, and I was gluten-free for many years before I even got the official diagnosis. So the first impaction that I had, like 2 weeks before, I think it was because of cheese. And I am very well aware that dairy is like the number one food that you should avoid because of EOE. But I thought I was getting away with it for like 2 years. But I had made lasagna because I was, living it up, and I love lasagna, like a lasagna that my mom would make, as when growing up, and I just love that recipe, and it's just so easy. And I had it for like lunch, dinner, because, I made a lot. So anticipatory grief. So all I'm saying is I guess I've just been thinking, and I'm not an expert on grief. Some days I do feel like an expert on grief because of what's going on with mom. But yeah, just trying to relate it to anticipatory grief. And ambiguous grief is in my mom's situation is, you know, yes, we have her, but the mom that's sitting, I'm sure, in her recliner right now is not the same mom that raised me. So just that grief of losing somebody slowly. And I've just been thinking like how that I feel that way with food as well. Anyway, I'm mulling this all over. Anyway, I had another topic to talk about, but I spent too much time talking about mosquitoes and bug spray. I'll save it for tomorrow. I'll have something to talk about tomorrow. Anyway, be well, and have a great day. Oh, make sure your bug sprays. Oh my gosh, I'm getting welts. Yeah, I guess don't go outside around sundown, or else you'll get bitten by mosquitoes. Have a good day. Bye.